let's look at the top influential movies of the year 1983. These are movies that made an impact and found their way into today's pop culture, even after all these years. And with that, let's start the countdown.
Number 1.
In this modern age,
Perfect.
too many people have lost sight of the true meaning of Christmas.
With all the calculations complete, A Christmas Story comes in as the most influential movie of the year 1983. This did not come as much of a surprise, since this movie is an all-time Christmas favorite and plays non-stop during the holiday season. There aren't too many people out there who don't know this movie. From the "You'll shoot your eye out,"
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
to the "tongue stuck to the flagpole," these are all major pop culture moments. This movie is set in the early 1940s, which is why it feels like it came out much earlier than 1983. It was released a week before Thanksgiving, and although it did receive good reviews, by Christmas of that year, there were hardly any theaters still showing it. However, once it began airing on TV, its popularity grew into what we know today. As much as we know about this movie, apparently we know much less about the 3 sequels that came out after this movie was released. I think most of us know about the 3rd sequel, A Christmas Story Christmas, which most recently came out in 2022. This sequel featured several of the old cast members, which made it easier to be accepted by the viewing audience. However, the first sequel, that was released in 1994, My Summer Story, followed the family during the summer directly after their famous Christmas. However, it did not have any of the original major cast, nor a good storyline, and bombed pretty badly, which would explain why most of us didn't even know about this sequel. The second sequel, A Christmas Story 2, was released straight to DVD, which automatically explains why we didn't know about this sequel either. However, A Christmas Story is still standing strong and will be a major part of our lives. Well, at least during the holidays, and easily comes in as the most influential movie of 1983.
Number 2.
This summer, when you think vacation, think National Lampoon's Vacation.
National Lampoon's Vacation comes in as the second most influential movie of 1983, thanks hugely to the Griswolds and their cross-country road trip. As most can relate, a family road trip is not typically ideal and is extremely exhausting.
Well, I'll tell you something. This is no longer a vacation. It's a quest. It's a quest for fun.
Regardless if you are the dad, mom, or kids. And this made the Griswolds road trip even that more intriguing. Clark Griswold and family would later star in European Vacation, Christmas Vacation, Vegas Vacation, and Vacation, with the kids looking just a bit different each time. The Christmas Vacation sequel was the most successful of them all, due in part to their steady holiday rotation similar to A Christmas Story. It wasn't made for TV Christmas Vacation 2, this involved cousin Eddie and did not include the Griswolds. However, with or without the sequels, the road trip to Wally World cemented their place in pulp culture. From the oversized station wagon to Christy Brinkley driving her Ferrari, there were several classic scenes in this movie, and its influence can be felt with every family that decides to load up their kids and take a road trip, making this movie the second most influential movie of 1983.
Vacation.
Better check under the hood.
Number 3.
(1980) Miami.
The third most influential movie of 1983 is Scarface. As one of the top gangster films made, it is easy to see how this movie has influenced many generations. Tony Montana, played by Al Pacino, has become one of the top gangster symbols of all time, telling everyone to say hello to his little friend.
Say hello to my little friend.
Stomping his way to the top has set a benchmark that few gangster wannabes can reach. When it was released in December of 1983, it received several negative reviews, mostly due to the large amount of violence and profanity used in the movie. It also took a major hit due to the film's portrayal of Cubans being criminals and involved in drugs. So much so that the film ended up adding a disclaimer at the end of the movie stating that this was all fictional and did not represent the Cuban American community. Not so good. But this movie did begin to find its place once it was released to home video. It was then that it began growing in popularity. Scarface's influence can be seen in music, video games, and other gangster movies. And by setting the benchmark so high, it is going to take a while before this movie is no longer in today's pop culture. And there you go. It was a short list for the year 1983, with all other movies not getting enough votes or points to qualify for this list. However, we are giving out honorable mentions to The Outsiders, who had a major all-star stacked cast, and Risky Business. As always, let us know if we missed any or if we got the ranking wrong. Please like and subscribe, and at this point we will gladly take pity likes and pity subscriptions. And we will continue to rank all of the most influential movies from the 80s. Make sure and watch our next video for the most influential movies from the year 1984. Based on the preliminary votes we have already received, that is going to be a very busy year.